the couple that you play on the screen has been happily married for decades, like you both in real life. Tell us a little bit about what you think the secret is.
Who knows the secret? If I knew the secret, I'd bottle it and charge people for it. I always chalk it up to, for me, I chalk it up to her, and I know you know, what can you say? I don't know. Love. You love each other. You go through everything. I don't know. What do you think?
You know, I don't know, I think it's different for everyone. I can only speak for myself, and timing was everything. I was ready for him, and I needed to mature a lot. And I chose well at the right time, and we are alike in the ways that matter, in our parenting and our morals, and we're different enough to keep it a little spicy and a little interesting. And the thing I think is that if you stay curious about each other, I am still curious about him, and I'll still get answers from him I don't expect.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. It's like I never know what's gonna come out of her mouth.
Or
You're
yours.
right, though. Yeah, well,
Yeah,
me.
really, especially
She's
you.
like fun.
I'm gonna take myself out of that equation. But it is true, isn't it? It's just about the people. And if you run into, like, I can remember saying this to Goldie, that the weird thing of life is it just seems like people like you and I never do get together. I don't see a lot of that. So I just chalk it up to her. I'm hearing you chalk it up to David, but your own willingness to look at yourself in that relationship. And so,
Well, he was also able to see me. And there was one thing that I never forgotten. A girlfriend of mine, this is before I was married or anything, and a girlfriend of mine was going through a heartbreak, and she was at my house. And another friend of mine, a guy friend, and I said to her, you know, the thing you have to remember is, it's not about the person you're going to meet. It's the one you meet on the way. And sometimes we get ourselves so fixed on what we think we want and we think we need, we're not really listening to what is there. And I think that's a really important lesson. Just say you want to go fishing with your brother.
I want to go fishing with my brother.
Wasn't so hard, was it?
Deceptively easy. Too easy.
But you have to pay the ferryman.
The ferryman. I knew there was a catch.
Oh boy, is there.
Congratulations on such a beautiful show, except I'm mad at you both. You took me on such an emotional journey. I wasn't prepared for that.
that's Taylor's fault, actually.
How did you both connect with Taylor to produce and star in this show? How did that come about?
Well, Taylor reached out to my agent and said he had something, but I needed to come to Texas to hear about it. There was nothing to read, but he wanted to sort of explain the whole thing to me. And so I got on a plane and went to his ranch and spent an evening, had a couple tequilas. And then he, in very broad strokes, explained the story and the character and the journey of this family. And I left, and it was clear to me I was not gonna get a script, and I was gonna have to decide.
Wow.
And so he wanted to really write this character around the person that he cast. So I thought, okay, I get that. And he has a pretty good track record. And I thought the story was really compelling and intriguing. And I'd been wanting to do something on television, and this seemed like a good step into it.
You know, at night, the bull elk come down to the river and bugle. And it drives the lady elk crazy.
They bugle.
They bugle.
I remember when you used to bugle.
Tell me about working together on this project. What's it like to reunite?
You go.
Yeah, that's what it was. Look, I remembered Michelle very distinctly from working with her. And I was in a different situation on this particular project, so I knew Michelle was playing Stacy. So when I read 4 episodes, aside from the episodes really getting to me personally, I could see Michelle. And I said, whoa, she's gonna kill this, she's perfect. So it was an easier ride for me, but it was just a scheduling issue. So they got that worked out, and it was I just wanted to be a part of it. I thought that this writing by Taylor is some of his best. Everybody in this show is really good. His whole outfit is very sharp. They're very together. So there was nothing not to like here. So for me, it was easy.
I know you're also a big outdoorsman. How much of that was an appeal to joining this cast and being a part of it?
You know, it was the character I play is an urban man. He's in New York City. He's a man in finance, but he yearns for this other place that he loves, and he shares with his brother that he wants them to all experience. So, due to the tragedy itself, they're now fish out of water. Watching Michelle navigate what she's going through is at the forefront, and they're all in different periods of that process. Mm-hmm. It's funny as hell, and I think that's really great. But it is something that I think everybody can relate to. However, people who have had long relationships will relate to it in a very deep manner.
I know you are hurting. We are all hurting.
I'm 65 years old. I have a very small window to feed this. Wanna go fishing?
I don't know how.
Neither do I, but men do it drunk. So how hard can it be?
Michelle, you give such a beautiful, layered, complex performance. Tell me about the day-to-day of diving into that character and those emotions and how you really got to that place.
Well, the good and the bad news is I had to get to that place and stay there for 3 months. So it was challenging, but better to sort of, you know, I wasn't able to, you know, go out on the weekend and get together with the cast, and I would have to stay and be learning my lines, but the writing really carried me, and Christina Voros, our director, was so brilliant, and this cast, I just felt like everybody just carried me, and the crew, literally, you got to know the camera people and the intimacy with the camera people, and I just trusted them, and there was such a tremendous amount of trust everywhere that I could just tap in and be vulnerable and let it fly.
That's why I'm here. I make a memory a day.
We got a fish! We got a fish! Oh, we got a fish!